Hey YouTube, this is Miss O. So, apparently the LGBT community does not feel that reversing millennia of disapproval for homosexuality, changing the entire concept of family, redefining society's moral values, treating the Singaporean Penal Code as if it was written on an etch-a-sketch, is a daunting enough to-do list. They also want to invalidate religion and exclude from public discourse anyone who belongs to an organized faith. They seem to genuinely view themselves as more enlightened, more intelligent, more evolved, more rational, more compassionate and virtuous than the rest of us. As if the moment they have penetrative intercourse with their own gender, that act propels them to a higher state of consciousness that cannot be reached by the rest of us who actually participate in perpetuating the species. Maybe, but I doubt it. In fact, I would be more inclined to diagnose these delusions of grandeur as symptomatic of one of the many mental disorders that plague their community. At rates sometimes quadruple that of the rest of society. They want to invalidate 377A because its legal antecedent was a byproduct of Western Christian values. As if that's a reason. I have news for you. You are going to have to pretty much discard the entire legal system in that case. Before we call things crimes, we call them sins, and laws developed to codify society's fundamental values. In Islamic law, Talmudic law, Christian-influenced Western law, developmental jurisprudence eventually weeded out those things that should be left to the individual conscience from those things that warrant legal repercussions. And this gave us the legal structures we have today, including the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which provides the framework for international law. Perhaps you want to make reference to ancient Rome or Greece or ancient China or India. But I would remind you that those societies were also religious, far more so than any country today. It is ironic to see LGBT activists citing tolerance for homosexuality and transgenderism in the Vedic scriptures as if they're not scriptures. I really don't see your argument going anywhere. If you're atheist, then you clearly believe that the Bible and the Quran or whatever holy book there is were all written by human beings and are not divine revelation. So then, these books have the same status and the laws have the same status as any other laws developed by human beings. Are you arguing that all man-made laws are invalid? That would be an odd argument for a secular humanist. Or are you saying that any moral principle that people hold is invalid if those principles are derived from a belief in God? Good luck finding a moral principle that has a non-religious origin. The truth is, even in those ancient examples that LGBT like to cite, homosexuality actually meant older men systematically abusing younger boys. And adult homosexuals involved with other men were still disapproved of. Negative attitudes towards men who have sex with men has actually been a pretty constant feature of human history, across time, across civilizations, across religions, and even in atheist societies like the Soviet Union. As I said, perhaps men who have sex with men have somehow broken through to a higher plane of consciousness than the rest of humanity from time immemorial. But it seems slightly more likely that they have a vested interest in thinking that their own desires are the same thing as enlightenment. And maybe, just maybe, the other 98% of the rest of the population aren't all just bigots and fools. This is Miss O. Until next time.